So this is week 1 completed of SAFE that we've started a week ago. And the course that I'm doing is course 10, which is on the view. And the first, this course, it's based on a teaching that Venerable gave on the Heart Sutra quite a few years ago. And in this first week, the teaching was based on her introducing the, what do you call that? The four seals. So the first teaching was on the first seal, all composite things are impermanent. And in the question, there was one that says, how do gross and subtle levels of impermanence manifest in your daily life? And I was thinking about that, and also the context of the four seals and how helpful it has been for me in changing the way I view things cognitively, just challenging ideas that I have about reality and what actually exists. And then, you bump up against the four seals, like all composite things are impermanent. And then, do I really accept that? Intellectually, I know. And then, but in the gut, like, so what showed me that it was not quite in the gut yet was a couple of months ago, my computer laptop died. And it died, and it was like, why did it die? Like, really bumped up about it. But the part that I was really bumped up about was I lost data, about a month of data. So teaching notes, offering service things that I put on the computer, and my last backup was a month ago. So then looking at all composite things are impermanent, which means that my laptop is impermanent because it's product of causes and conditions, like the last moment of a dying flame. And it's just like that. And it's just died. It literally, while I was typing, it died. So then I was thinking, while doing this course this last week, looking at some of the things, listening to the teaching a few days ago, so that I can understand what is being said when the participants write their responses. And like, okay, so this loss of data was a negative karma ripening. It was, and what was the substantial cause of that experience of a loss of data was a negative action I did in the past, this life, previous life. Maybe I stole somebody's data, maybe I used somebody's ideas and didn't credit them. I don't know, it could be any kind of thing, and then experiencing this loss of data. And what is the cooperative condition? I was lazy, I didn't back up my data very conscientiously. I ignored evidence of the computer, doing blue screen, having the fan go on like crazy, and it's like, oh no, it won't happen. It's just not respecting the first seal. And then what was the direct cause of that loss of data was the hard disk died. The hard disk died, and our two experts could not revive it. Meryl Rinchen spent a whole day trying to do CPR on that thing, and it did not even show any sign of life. Yeah, Venerable Conchok looked at it, look at the hard disk, and after I got it back from the repair person, nothing, zero. No data could be extracted from that piece of thing. So that was the direct cause. Then what was the indirect cause? Of course, it's the negative karma that I've created. But then getting bumped up, that was a separate thing. That was the self-centered thought. That was the afflictions that was causing me to kind of be annoyed about it. There's attachment to like, this is a very good computer. Why is it dying? And then there's pride of, I spent a lot of time, I remember, looking at different laptops before I got that one. So it's like, it's really a very good computer. And the repairman told me that too. This is a very good computer. You don't have to buy a new one. So I was like validated, like, And then, of course, laziness, not backing up things. And then, so this being annoyed and like I think it was like 2 weeks of being in the computer shop, and then 2 weeks of not being able to have access to the laptop to work on. And then after that, having to try and retrieve artifacts from different sources to get back whatever I can. And I mean, some things are lost forever, and I don't even know what they are, because then I will know when I need them later down the road. But right now, I don't know what I have lost that I did not take it back. And then I was thinking, if I was an arhat, and this thing happened to me. No, first, if I was an arhat, I would not have ignored the dying signs. I would have respected the first seal and like, okay, this blue screen, Mr. Computer Man, our excellent IT people, can you look at this and see what? And then I would have backed up, really religiously and as they tell me. So that cooperative condition would not have happened in losing data. So computer could die, I would not have lost data. And then even if that karma that I created was so strong that regardless of what I did, it still resulted in a loss of data, the arhat would not be bumped up. It would be like, okay, acceptance, knowing that this is what happens, and and be probably grateful that something got purified. So in looking at that, I thought, okay, so this loss of data, being bumped up, two separate things. Really don't have to be bumped up about that, and have some acceptance that these were the things that happened, and these were the parts that went into making that thing happen. And then thinking about it this couple of days, with the course, really helped settle the mind. The mind was just quite calm. And what was also very helpful, I think, in general, the Buddhist teachings on this wisdom aspects, not necessarily the ultimate truth, but just the wisdom aspect, was just helping the mind accept reality. Recently, one of my Tibetan teachers, he's actually one of my alphabet teachers, a geshe from Drepung, passed away, and I was like, he had been sick for 2 years, 3 years, cancer, relapse, and then once he's gotten over that treatment, he came back and taught, and then he relapsed, and he went, and so finally passed away, and I was surprised. I was like sad. I was like, I've never met him in person because everything went online during the COVID, and I started the course with him during COVID. But just how much I benefited, because he spent his life very much devoted to teaching non-Tibetan speaking people, Tibetan. So he learned English just to be able to teach us. And also learned our Western educated mind and how we think and what are the things that we find difficult, just to teach us. Yeah, so then that sadness was like, oh, I was surprised by that sadness because never met him, but I received tremendous benefit from his teaching because he really put his heart into the teaching. And then in that sadness, I was like, where is Geshe-la? And like really looking, where is Geshe-la? Is that the body? Is that the mind? And I was surprised the mind calmed down. So, and then during the cremation, the center was very kind. They sent us the cremation. It was very helpful. First, they put the body into the Delic Hospital morgue or prayer hall. It was just wrapped in cloth, put into, it was literally like our stainless steel racks in the middle, just put it on one body there on the side. And then the monks were doing their prayers and like, how wonderful, he had all these monks recite. Then they were reciting Shantideva. Maybe it was his favorite text or what, but they were going through Shantideva. And then the cremation, the same thing, put on top a stack of wood, open air, kind of, one of the cremation center, people walking around giving tea, and then set the fire on and the body burned. So it was very helpful, like, wow, that's what happened to our body. So I'm very grateful for the Buddhist teachings, and the Four Seals has been very inspiring. And also remembering, the text that Jeffrey translated with Geshe Sopa in Appearance, Cutting Through Appearance. Yeah, and Kongtrul Jingmei Wangpo was in there talking about the Buddhist tenet holder, that to be a Buddhist tenet holder, you have to accept the Four Seals. And like, okay, so I'm not there yet. I'm hopefully a Buddhist and hopefully get myself to become a Buddhist tenet holder. And slowly from the lowest to the Prasangika view, slowly, right now, I'm hoping I'm even a tenet holder. So, but I hope that the Buddhist teaching will really continue and more people will benefit, because it's been my experience how helpful it's been.